Alright, so I just finished watching the Tomodachi Life Living the Dream Direct, and it's pretty good. I would say just from that Direct, it sold me on the game. This definitely feels like the kind of game I could see myself playing a lot. I might almost pick it up digitally, just so it's easy for me to just hop in and play the game whenever I want and not have to constantly keep the cartridge in. This is the kind of game I feel like I want to play, check in for like 30 minutes, play it for a bit, put it down. Um, the first thing I gotta talk about, the game is hilarious. Throughout this whole direct, they have a bunch of little jokes and bits throughout it. You have like all the news segments, which are really funny. You have the dating that was going on, the whole like love thing that had become like a pentagon with Angie and all of her various friends and stuff. That was a lot of fun. It's cool seeing all the relationships, and it makes me really excited to go in and tell my own story in the game. In terms of the customization, there was so much. So you have the Mii customization, which I never played Miitopia on the Switch. So I don't know how much that game. I know it did a lot more customization for the Mii than the regular Mii Maker. This one though, it literally has what they call face paint, where you can just draw whatever you want on the Mii's face. So you can really make whatever. They showed that they had like a living teddy bear as one of the characters in the direct, and that was really cool. I think for me, what's the coolest feature of this game is I believe they call it the Palette House, where first they introduce like, oh, you could draw a little pet, like a little dog to be with one of your characters, and then you're like, oh, like you can, but that's not just that. You can also draw little lattes that like your Mii's can create. It's like, oh, that's cute. It's like, oh, you can also make like the TV shows that they're watching, maybe some posters that's on the wall. You could design clothes for them, like the full body clothes with them as well. And then they just like, yeah, you can just design anything in this game. We saw, I believe they made like a dessert themed island where like all the roads were like cookies, and then all the houses were cupcakes. You can just fully draw out every building, every road, almost everything in this game, which is so cool. So like, if you want to make like, honestly anything, they did like that kind of dessert theme world, which was cute. We saw a lot of different islands. I know you could terraform the islands, which is cool. You can move around the buildings, of course. You can even, if you decide to have some Mii's live together, they'll move into a bigger house. And I think that was like up to 8 Mii's. That was really cool and kind of reminiscent of the apartment building we had in the first game. But I love that idea of, oh, yeah, they all live in this house scale, and they have like a living quarters on the bottom floor. They also have their own bedrooms, but you might see them cooking dinner together or watching TV, maybe playing like a board game. And I love that. Okay, like I can already see like, they'll be in a group of like 8 Mii's, or maybe, or less, and are just like really good friends, and they click really well. They all move in together. I think that's gonna be so fun, almost like a cast of like a sitcom. That's what this. It feels like your own sitcom. I had a few thoughts during this, like, this reminds me a bit of The Sims, like, Nintendo's take on The Sims. Not as serious and, like, management-y as The Sims. It's not like, oh, you gotta make sure they use the bathroom, make sure they eat. That's really all I have to say on the game. I don't have much to say, but there's just so much personality. You can tell, like, there's not much of, like, a game here, like a storyline, but it's about personalizing your island and its citizens and making each island feel truly unique. And I love that. I love that so much. And it makes me really excited to play the game. April 16th. So not too far away. Well, that's about 2 or so months from now. So we'll get to see Tomodachi Life living the dream here very soon. But let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about this? Are you going to pick up Tomodachi Life? You think it's cool? You think it's going to be better than the last game? Let me know. And without further ado, y'all have a great day. And I will see you all later. Bye now.